Okay, what is up everyone? A lot of people have recently requested that I make a rod progression guide, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Obviously, the first rod you start out with is the flimsy rod. Now this rod, it's not the best rod in the game, it's just the very beginner one. Obviously, it's not got great any stats really, just not that good of a rod in my opinion. It's just not that great, but you start with this rod, so you can't really complain. Now what you want to do after you get this rod is you want to fish with this until you have enough money to buy this rod, the carbon rod. Now the carbon rod, it's pretty good. It's a lot better than the flimsy rod, so it's definitely worth waiting to get. Its control bar is quite bigger, the law speed is a bit faster. But overall it's just a better rod. And now the next rod that you guys should be going for is the Arctic rod. Now the Arctic rod requires 25,000 cash, and it is in the Northern Expedition, so we're just gonna go over there quickly. Now this rod does require 25,000, so make sure you guys have enough money before you drive all the way out here, 'cause it's quite a long drive. Now once you're here, the Arctic rod is just in front of the merchant, here. Now this rod is a massive jump from the other two. Put on the normal skin because I had a default one on. This rod has a lot better stats than all of the than the flimsy and the carbon rod, so it's definitely worth saving up for. Yeah, the Arctic rod is just overall a really good rod. Now the next rod, you guys will need to do a little quest for. Let's leave the Northern Expedition. The next rod is called the Champion's Rod, and you get it in the Grand Reef. Well, Atlantis, but it's at Grand Reef. Okay, now that we're at the Grand Reef, you guys will need Zeus's heart. Now if you would like me to make a tutorial on how to unlock this, I'll be happy to do that, just let me know. But you'll need to come down here and buy the Champion's Rod. Now the Champion's Rod is 90,000 coins, but as a sort of beginner rod, it's one of the best rods in the game. It looks really good, and its stats are just really good. Yeah, overall the Champion's Rod is just a pretty good rod to obtain. Now after the Champion's Rod, we will be going back to the Northern Expedition, for the next rod. So we need to drive all the way back out to there. Okay, now once you're at the Northern Expedition, we are going to have to do a little bit of climbing. Okay, so now you guys won't have this yet, but you will need to buy an oxygen tank, so that way you can climb the mountain without like losing breath and dying. So I will cut to when I have found the rod, and I will show you guys. Okay guys, now we are here. We're almost at the very top of the mountain. You can now buy the summit rod for 500,000 coins. It is quite expensive, but the rod itself isn't terrible. It has some good passives, but the rod itself, now that you've brought the rod, you can just go all the way back down to the bottom of the mountain. And this is the rod. Now the next rod we're going to get is over like double the price of this rod, maybe even quadruple. Now the next rod you're going to want to get is called the Zeus rod. Now you also need the heart of Zeus to get that rod, as it is down there in Atlantis, and I can't spawn my boat. What is this game plus if I can't spawn my boat? There we go. Okay guys, now we are back at the Grand Reef. We're going to want our Heart of Zeus again. Also, if you guys want a tutorial on how to get like the Heart of Zeus and how to unlock all of these chambers around here to unlock the rooms, I will be more than happy to do that for you guys. Just to unlock the Zeus room, you will need to complete 2 specific trials before you can actually buy the rod. Now once you're in here, you have to complete that puzzle over there, which is red light, green light, and this trial, which is like the puzzles. It's like where you like have to pick a rock and it falls, like in Squid Game, the glass tiles. But once you've completed those, this will open up and you'll be able to come up here. And in here you'll be able to buy the Zeus rod. Now Zeus rod is 2.7 million. However, this is one of the best rods for farming money in the first sea that is not a dev rod. Now after you get the Zeus rod, you're going to want to head to Second Sea and get the Great Rod of Oscar. Now I'm not going to go to Second Sea and show you guys how to get it because it is quite hard to obtain. However, you will need 5 million Second Sea cash, I believe it is, to buy this rod. So if you guys would like me to show a tutorial on like what you need to do to get this rod and the best way for money there, I can also do that for you guys. But this is one of the best rods in the game for XP currently. With this rod, you're going to want to fish in Second Sea at either the Carrot Pond or the Isle of New Beginnings for the most XP possible. Once you have this rod, you're going to want to go for the No Life rod, which is at level 500. Now the No Life rod is it's a level rod, so you need to be level 500 to get it. And once you have this rod, you just want to use this rod for like catching money fish. It's like the apex fish that spawn every 3 hours. That's the only reason you want to use this rod. but this rod has its own piercing. So it's just really good for catching apex fish currently. And now the next rod you want to get off this one, you just want to keep using the Great Rod of Oscar until you reach level 1000. Just want to keep using this rod and keep farming in Second Sea at the Isle of New Beginnings or at the Carrot Garden until you unlock the level 1000 rod, the Seraphic Rod. And now once you have this rod, you can just farm any fish with this rod anywhere you please, and you can start grinding for the dev rods. Now there's currently quite a few developer rods in the game. I have quite a lot of them, like this one for example. Once you have the Seraphic Rod, you want to start farming items for these rods. And now to get these rods, you guys will need to unlock the music venue in the depths, which you need a chaotic relic for. Now if you guys would like me to show you a tutorial on like how to unlock specific dev rods and how to unlock the area where you get them, I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys. Just let me know what you guys want. But that is the end of this rod progression guide for now. And I hope you guys will enjoy. Please drop a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one.